And it's us.
It's the Horror Guys.
Yay.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Brian.
We're going to talk about 5 movies we recently saw.
As always, you can read the full reviews, including spoilery synopses,
Easy for you to say.
our commentary, and everything else at horrorweekly.com. While you're there, you can also sign up to get the reviews every week in your email box. 100% absolutely for free.
Nice. What a deal.
Get them all.
Mm-hmm.
But this week, we've only got 5 for you in the podcast, which is normal.
And no shorts.
No shorts. What do you got? What do we got?
Well, we have the brand new Scream 7 that we've all been waiting for.
It has been hyped, hasn't it?
It has been. Boy, I saw a lot of stuff about this. One that's also a new one, I Know Exactly How You Die.
That sounds vaguely threatening.
Because he writes it. Yeah. Another new one, Night Patrol. Going out on with the cops in the hood. And what do we got? 2024's The Wailing, an international film that is newer for us, I think, than international.
This is not The Wailing that has the ghost crawling around in Korea.
No.
That's a different The Wailing.
This is a Spanish Wailing.
Oh, my.
Yeah. And the classic 1995 Ice Cream Man.
There's going to be a new one, so we figured we probably ought to watch the old one.
Eli Roth is remaking that.
Probably not next week, though. I'm not sure when that comes out.
Pretty soon. It's projected for 2026, sometime.
All right. Well, I'm sure we will watch it when it comes out.
So we had to check out the original to see, because we'll be comparing them. I had never seen the original.
I remember seeing his ugly face on the videotape covers at Blockbuster for years on end.
Huh.
But I don't remember ever seeing the movie now that I've seen it again.
Yeah, missed it completely.
Just one that I never bothered renting, I guess.
Well, you were in for a treat.
Yeah. A sweet treat.
Mm-hmm.
With eyeballs.
Mm.
But first, Scream 7, 2026. Are we at the point where you were talking the other day about hagsploitation? Are we there yet with the Scream series?
Not quite. She's not quite that old yet.
Well, directed by Kevin Williamson.
She ain't a sweet young thing like she was. And, I mean, it's been a long time since Scream 1.
Yeah.
All of them are, aged,
Written by Kevin Williamson and Guy Busick. Stars Neve Campbell, Isabel May, Jasmin, Savoy Brown, Mason Gooding, Anna Camp, David Arquette, Matthew Lillard, and Courteney Cox.
Dang.
Yes, it has several characters that died in the previous movies.
And how do they do that? Well, you got to watch it to find out.
Almost 2 hours, and there's a trailer in the show notes. I have said many times, of all the major Scream franchises, Scream is probably my least favorite.
Mm-hmm.
The original was very, very good.
Oh, yeah.
Everything after that has been... everything after that has been...
And I couldn't tell you at this point, there's Scream.
Which one was Scream 4?
Which one was
Scream 2?
Yeah, which happens in which. And, spoiler free, years have passed.
Many, many, many years.
Yeah, literally, and in the movie universe, Sydney has a new town, a new home, a new job, a new cop husband, and a teenage daughter in her 20s.
Did she have any kids in the previous movie?
I don't believe so.
I didn't think it had been that long.
No, and this is not the Dylan McDermott cop. This is a different cop. Because she was sweet on Dylan McDermott in one of the previous movies, and it looked like they were going to be a couple.
If you say so.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Jamie Lee Curtis, who came back in her movie with a new husband, a new daughter, and a new house, and a new city, and a new town, and the killer came back. Because that's a whole different thing.
That's entirely different, yeah. Well, anyway, things are idyllic. They're living in a very affluent area until, of course, the killings start again. And the whole thing is a whodunit begins again. It's very well put together. There's a strong cast, but it didn't feel very much different than the previous movies in the series.
It's the same old thing.
If you're a Scream fan, you'll probably like this one too. If you're kind of tired of the Scream movies, you'll kind of be tired of this one. I'm in the camp of I'm kind of tired of them.
Yeah.
I was hoping this would just blow me away with something totally unique and No.
Well, originally Scream
it's
7
good,
was supposed to continue after Scream 6 with a whole different cast.
But there were issues with that.
What were their issues?
Yeah.
Director got fired 2 or 3 times. The cast quit.
The lead actress got into some social media trouble. And yeah, so they decided to...
Let's go back to where we started.
Bring back the classics again.
They obviously had to do a complete rewrite because this is clearly not based on those characters.
So it's got the couple of the main characters coming back and new characters.
Yeah.
A new slew of victims. Yeah.
And as you said earlier, it is like all the series, it's mostly a whodunit or who's doing it or who all's doing it.
Because it's a masked killer. And yeah.
Well, a couple influencers arrive at the Stab House. Now, if you remember the movie, the Scream series has been kind of meta-parodied in itself by these stab movies that take place within the movie. They've made stab movies based on the Scream movies.
Right.
But this is a murder house based on the movie series, which is also based on the real-life murders. Numerous murders happened here, but now it's a themed B&B museum with body outlines on the floor and everything. Little plaques. This is where Stuart got his head beat in and things like that.
Yep.
They soon come across an animatronic ghost face and a shrine to Stu, who legend says is still alive.
Oh, but that's crazy. How could he possibly be?
Oh, now there's our first hint. Scott and Madison get the phone call about scary movies, which is a put on just to play a game on the tourist experience. But the whole trip goes very badly after that.
Yeah, it gets real.
And credits roll.
Yeah.
Ben crawls through his girlfriend Tatum's bedroom window and points out that it's just like in the first Stab movie. A lot like the first Scream movie, too. Turns out it's Sydney's house, and she's wise to his tricks because she's been there and done that. Her husband, Mark, knows all about Sydney's past, so there's no secrets here. She's even a little bit of a celebrity. We spend a while meeting all of Tatum's friends. Lucas wants to start a podcast about Sydney's story, and they're all involved in an unrealistically elaborate school play for the theater club.
That school play's got a big budget. The school's got a big budget.
Everything in this movie has a big budget. I was impressed with the cars the teenagers were driving.
Yeah.
Come on, I can't afford that kind of car.
Very affluent area. Yeah.
Well, Sydney still gets calls from the Woodsboro killer, but she doesn't believe it's really him. She gets these calls all the time.
Except...
This time, the killer FaceTimes her, and she immediately recognizes that it's Stu. He threatens to do something to Tatum at the theater, so Sydney gets the whole police force involved. And unlike most horror movies, they believe her because they've been through this 6 times before also.
Yes, they know it's real, and
Well, Ghostface kills the girls on stage, but then Sydney shows up and starts blasting. Tatum turns out to be fine, but 2 of her friends are actually killed. Mark, a policeman, swears that Stu is really dead. But Ben, Tatum's boyfriend, is a computer whiz, and he could have AI deepfaked that video of Stu, so now he's Sydney's main suspect. And things spiral out from there. Is Stu still alive? Is Stu just a deepfake?
Who's the killer?
Is it Ben? Or is it one of 14 other characters?
One of many other suspects.
Or is it 2 or 3 other characters known in this series?
We just don't know until we watch it.
But I did like that everyone suspected that Stu calls were AI faked. I've never seen in a movie go down that rabbit hole before.
But they're right.
That could have been AI.
Could have been.
And that actually becomes a plot point. Is it or isn't it? But
when you think it's somebody who's dead and they show up on FaceTime, you think, AI fake. But yeah.
Peter Cushing didn't show up though.
No, he didn't.
He works cheap nowadays.
Yeah.
We're just spinning our wheels with the whole franchise at this point. There's really not anything new going on here. It's well made, highly budgeted, looks good. But there's absolutely nothing new here.
No,
if you're a major Scream fan, you'll like it. But yeah, of all the Scream films, this is the 7th one.
A little weariness creeping in, and still doing the trope of, these people have been through this and they know what,
If he's down on the ground, kill him and tear his mask off.
No, hit him, knock him down, and then run.
Yeah.
And then they get up again and chase after you some more.
Every time.
They're still doing that in these movies.
And there's always more than one in Scream.
Not always.
Well, sometimes there's not always?
No. There always has. No.
Hasn't there always been 2?
No. I don't think so.
Which ones didn't have two?
Oh, like I could tell you that. I was thinking they didn't all have more than one killer. And here we are spoiling it, kind of.
Not really.
Okay.
I think they're all like that. That's the whole gimmick of the series.
Okay.
You can't. I mean, if it was just one killer, it'd be an easy whodunit. But there's almost always more than one.
Well, almost always. Okay.
You couldn't be so-and-so because we just saw him there when the ghost was running around.
Yeah.
Oh, but he's not the only one. But I know exactly how you die in 2026.
Because I wrote it.
Directed by Alexandra Spieth, written by Mike Corey, stars Rushab Patel, Stephanie Hogan, Bobby Liga, Summer Hernandez, and Zachary Liepert. 90 minutes. Trailer in the show notes.
And this has a little bit of an indie vibe, but they made the most of their money. They got a great location. They got a real hotel that...
It's low budget-ish, but it's
low budget-ish.
Really, it's got everything it needs. It's good.
Yeah, and the cast is good. The story is really clever. This is actually my favorite of the week. I'm going with my favorite of the week.
Let's see. Wailing, Ice Cream Man, Night Patrol, Scream, or this.
Yeah, this.
Yeah, this is my favorite too.
Yeah, it's cool. I like the story. Yeah.
I'm going to have to get a reminder about what the Wailing was.
I'm that's what I was thinking.
That one just from the name anymore.
I was going to go there on that too. It's been several weeks since we actually saw the Wailing, and boy, it's forgettable.
Let me look at the poster here real quick.
It's got the three women kind of stacked on their sides, and yeah.
You know, the last 3 weeks I've had movies that I don't remember even seeing. I watch them sober, I promise.
Yeah. Well, we're going to talk about the Wailing in a minute, but
I'm going to go with I Know Exactly How You Die as my favorite of the week also.
Yeah.
Spoiler free. When a horror writer working on a slasher story checks into a motel to get some work done on his book, the lines between reality and fiction start blurring. The problem he finds is that a writer can't control every single thing in the world, and things get crazier as the story progresses. If you're in any kind of writer's group or anything, they'll always say, the characters got away from me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do that.
Yeah, they do sometimes.
So who's really in charge here? It's got an ideal location where most of it takes place. The acting is good. The effects are effective. I see what you did there.
Isn't that clever? Isn't that a clever phrase?
And it's a clever script.
Yeah.
We both thought it was quite good and entertaining.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not a huge amount of action, not a lot of scares, but it's a very well done, interesting movie, I thought.
Yeah, I thought so too.
So how's it start?
Well, a man does laundry as another man comes in behind him and kills him excessively with a brick. And credits roll.
That's what you get for hogging the machines.
Yeah. Well, it just turns out Rian, the writer, that was one of his scenes. And he checks himself into a hotel to self-isolate and get some work done. He tends to overshare, and he's a little bit of a creep, but, he seems like a decent fella.
He's a writer.
Yeah. He gets to work writing his horror novel about Katie getting killed. And then we watch as the real Katie, in the real world, parks her car at the same motel and goes into a really sketchy restroom. A man comes in, and he has some kind of seizure, and she rescues him. She and Naja, the motel manager, watch a news report about Katie's neighbor, who turned out to be a serial killer.
She's got a stalker.
Yeah. Actually, she's come to the motel to be away from the killer, who is still at large.
Uh-huh.
And as she goes into her room, we see the stalker approaching her door with a brick. Yeah. Well, Rian takes a break from his writing, goes outside to the indoor pool. And as he swims, he thinks about Katie's story some more. Someone steals his clothes, and then he's attacked and kidnapped. No, he was just dreaming, passed out on the pool room floor. And then Katie comes in and helps him. Well, maybe that was a dream, but it's not.
Now, one thing I noticed, they keep coming back to his room, and there's more and more and more bottles and drinks and stuff on the table. This guy does nothing but drink more than write.
Drink and snack. Well, Rian's neighbors have sex 24/7, so he wants to change rooms. They're too noisy. Except the new one is smaller and not as nice.
But it's quiet.
Yep, and he gets back to work. In another room, a woman is sick, and she doesn't notice the killer breaking into her room. As the woman runs out of her room, Rian thinks he can actually hear her screams. And is he writing this, or is it for real? And he looks out the window, and he watches the woman being murdered out there. But then when he goes outside, there is no one there. So could the story have been writing
He just
itself?
wrote that scene, though.
Yeah, he just wrote that, and he saw it, and it seemed real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so this just keeps going. Is he real? Is it real, or is he writing it, or is it both?
Yeah, and is he causing this or predicting it? And
can he stop it?
Can he stop it? Can he guide it? Yeah.
Well, there's some CGI gore at one point that's pretty cheap looking. Somebody vomits blood or something like that. You remember that one scene?
I do, and it wasn't
really
good.
bad.
It was obvious CGI, yeah.
But other than that one scene, the characters and situations are very interesting and well done.
Mm-hmm.
There is a lot more gore that, more practical looking stuff, and it worked out really well.
Yeah.
It was all shot in and around a cheap motel, so they didn't spend a lot on sets, which was smart on their part.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed that logo over the numbers on the door,
Days Inn.
the little sun.
The little sun.
It either is or was a Days Inn.
Yeah.
But it was definitely confusing in a few parts, which it kind of is supposed to be. But it all resolves well, and I liked it.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Our favorite of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Yay! All right, Night Patrol. Directed by Ryan Prowse. Written by Tim Cairo, Jake Gibson, Shea Ogbonna, and Ryan Prowse. Stars Justin Long, Jermaine Fowler, R.J. Seiler, Dermot Mulroney, and a bunch of other people. Hour and 43 minutes. Trailer in the show notes.
Did I refer to Dermot Mulroney? Who did I say was...
I think you said that. Who did you mean? For the other movie, the Scream movie.
He was McDreamy in one of the Doctor shows. Okay. I'm totally mixing up my actors.
I vaguely know who you mean, but I can't think of that guy's name either.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway.
Patrick Dempsey.
He was in the Screams?
Yes.
Dermot Mulroney was not.
No, it was Patrick Dempsey, who was a cop.
Well, it's not too late. He's still alive. They can get him for Scream 8.
Yeah, and it looked like he and Sydney were going to... they were a couple at the end of the movie, basically, but it didn't last, whatever.
Okay.
So this is a different... And that character's name was Mark as well. But this was a different Mark that she's married to now.
Oh, what a tangled web.
So anyway, Patrick Dempsey, not Dermot Mulroney.
But this movie stars Justin Long, so you know how that's going to end. Spoiler free.
Spoiler free. Well, an LA cop is hot to get on the special night patrol section. And when he does, he finds out that they are indeed very special. This had a problem, though. It takes a little too long to get to anything that's supernatural or even really horror. When it does, it goes full tilt. We went into it blind, and there are plenty of hints that it's a vampire movie right off the bat. Plus, there's fangs on the poster. So it is a unique take on the vampire genre. Deals a lot with class and race. And the problem is it's on the long side with a weak start, and then it's too abrupt at the end.
Yeah, this one's got some problems.
It's got some issues. I mean, it's good, it's well done, an interesting idea.
Well, Justin Long gets top. He doesn't get top, but on Jermaine Fowler gets top billing on the poster, and he's focused on pretty heavily in the first 20 minutes, and you're figuring he's the main character, and then he's not anymore.
Yeah,
he kind of goes away real quick.
Yeah, and Justin Long kind of becomes the main character. Kinda.
Or is he though?
Well, there's others that are the mains too. Yeah.
And as you said, we eventually find out it's a vampire movie. I did not notice the fangs on the cover, so that was a spoiler for me.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah,
I mean, there's things leading up to it. You can kind of figure it out. It's not a great reveal.
Night patrol. There's a reason that they're only out at night.
Also, the good guy does something really bad in one of the very first scenes of the movie, and then we go like an hour and a half of him trying to be the good guy, and he still did that really bad thing. He's never going to be a good guy.
No, not really.
Even though he's trying to redeem it. Oh, well.
Yeah.
We open on a man in a police interrogation room, and he's got a knife stuck in his side. A cop walks in and makes him sign a paper before he can get medical attention. So we're figuring this is kind of a crooked cop or something like that. Sign this confession and we'll get you a doctor. But then we cut to that same guy on a bicycle, painted with Crip Boy on the side, who meets a woman in a car under a bridge. Obviously, this is some time ago. He's not got a knife in his side at this point. He gives her a ring and said it was his mom's. She doesn't want to get too close to him because of his gang affiliation. Suddenly, a police car shows up behind them and makes them both get out of the car for a search. Ethan gets out of the back of the police car, Justin Long, and executes the girl. Oh, so what was that about? The guy makes a run for it, but then the cops see his ring. They back off and let him go. He's got this ring that he got from his brother or somebody. Who did he get the ring from?
Well, he said it. He told the girl it was his mother's, but he was lying.
Ah, yes, his mother's ring.
Yeah. Was he telling the truth?
Yeah, it was hers.
Yeah, it was?
I don't remember how she got it.
Yeah, okay.
But when they see his ring, they back off and let him go, and credits roll.
And everything gets explained.
It does, yes.
Yeah.
We cut to Ethan in uniform, talking about being a cop, and the bad apples to a bunch of kids. Suddenly, a gang member comes into the classroom, shoots Ethan, and terrorizes the class. No, it's all just part of the show. The gang member is his partner, Xavier Carr, in a mask. Well, those kids aren't going to forget that meeting, are they?
That was traumatic. Yeah.
We follow along with him on a few runs. Xavier used to be a Crip, but now he's a cop. Ethan asks Carr about a bicycle with Crip Boy painted on it, and it might be Carr's brother. He calls his brother Wazzy, who is the guy who ran into trouble last night. Afterwards, Wazzy goes to see Bornelius, another gang guy on the opposite side, to tell him about the cops shooting Bornelius's sister, Primo. They've all heard about this night patrol and what they do. The night patrol is not liked by the gangs.
And for good reason.
The group goes to the scene of the shooting, finds pieces of the dead girl. Mm-hmm. She has been torn apart. Bornelius says there's demonic energy in this place. They'll talk about various conspiracies. Ethan tells Carr that he's gotten into the night patrol, but they're all white guys, so Carr isn't going to be invited.
Racist.
Doesn't matter how good you are, you're not getting in.
Yeah, it's a white-only club.
Wazzy goes home, argues with his mother, who gets angry over that ring. He tells her about what happened to Primo last night, and she knows all about night patrol. They're not good people.
No.
All right, we should stop for there.
Yeah, we should.
It's cops and racism and good cops and bad cops and
gangsters
and yeah, all kinds of good stuff.
Yeah.
It's nearly an hour before anything supernatural is introduced. And I said we went into this in blind, not even knowing what kind of monster we were dealing with. But it's got lots of racial tension, gang tension, ACAV tension. You can probably figure that one out on yourself. And lots more. If you want gangs versus vamps, this is the movie for you.
You should tell people what ACAF stands for.
All cops are vampires.
They are.
They are. Huh. Well, it seems like they are in this movie.
The Night Patrol is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it started feeling long, but then
but
then the ending was. I was just getting into it, and then it done.
It was a good concept, but I think it was very poorly done.
Yeah.
There's a lot. There must have been a lot going on behind the scenes with this one.
I don't know. It seemed kind of choppy.
It's got some serious problems.
The cast is good. Nobody was at fault there.
All the actors are fine. Yeah. It's just. Yeah, I don't know what even to tell you about this one. It's got issues.
Didn't quite work. Yeah.
The Wailing from 2024. Directed by Pedro Martin Calero. Written by Isabel Pena. Pedro Martin Calero. Stars Esther Exposito, Matilda Olivier. I guess that's spelled right. And Melina Villa. Hour and 47 minutes. Trailer in the show notes. El Llanto. Dirigido por Pedro. Yeah, okay.
It's Spanish.
It is.
Yeah.
Spoiler free.
Well, in different times and locations, an invisible entity that only shows up on film stalks and torments several young women.
That one.
Yeah, that one.
Now I'm getting it.
Yeah. It looks really good with skilled acting and direction, but the story and explanation is really lacking. It moves slowly, mostly steadily, and then ends kind of abruptly. And neither of us were very satisfied.
I did not like the ending. You were talking abrupt in the other one. This is even worse.
Yeah, very abrupt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now what happens? We don't know.
We know what happens, and we know how it happens. We don't really ever find out why. Right.
Right. Yeah.
Well, we open up with a woman at a party. She meets a guy there, and they go to a dance club. As the strobes come on, she has some kind of an attack. We then cut to a small family having dinner. The oldest girl, Andrea, asks if there's any news, and the father says no. We then get Andrea's story from 2022. So there's 3 women. Each one has their own story in a different year.
Mm-hmm.
They're overlap and kind of combined. They are all related. But Andrea is in the middle of some FaceTime sex with her boyfriend when the power goes out. On the way home from school, she hears someone crying, but there's no one around on the street. Her boyfriend, Powell, is in Sydney and having a good time without her. She sends him a selfie, and he says he sees someone else in the room with her. She looks at the video, and there is someone there behind her.
Only on video, though.
Maybe it's her father, maybe.
Maybe.
Andrea's father talks to her about her adoption process back in 1999. They all live in Madrid, but she's from Argentina, which displeases her. Those darn Argentinians, we all hate them. Also, her birth mother is dead. When Andrea researches her mother, Marie, she reads that she was a murderer who killed her friend Camila. She looks at videos on her phone, and a lot of them have someone dark and shadowy standing in the background, just out of sight. Powell wants her to come visit, and they talk over a video call. She sees someone dark standing behind him in the video, and this time the figure comes out and beats Paul to death right there on camera as she watches.
Well, that would escalate it quickly.
Oh, my. She tells her friends, but no one really believes the man who only exists on the camera is real. She starts sleeping with her camera on, and we watch as the creepy man lays down next to her as she sleeps.
Ew.
Yeah, ghosts on film, not with your eyeballs, though.
Mm-hmm.
He's there, but you can't tell. It's really slow-moving, but it does continually ramp up the mystery. Who is this weird old man? Why does he keep showing up on video? It's well made, and the locations are interesting. There's not much here plot-wise that we haven't seen before, and it's just way too sluggish. And then it all just kind of ends. We don't know who the old man is, why this is happening, or why this family has to suffer. Why?
And that sums it up, yeah. Why? We want to know why.
I mean, sometimes the supernatural stuff happens, but it's a movie. We need to know why.
Yeah, and because of that, it failed to connect with me.
Yeah, me too.
Or really impress. Yeah.
Well, one that impresses everyone who watches it.
Ice cream! Who wants ice cream?
Ice Cream Man from 1995, directed by Norman Epstein. Written by David Dobkin and Sven Davison. Stars Clint Howard, Justin Isfeld, and Andy McAfee. Hour 26 minutes.
He's also the Ice Cream Prince.
Not to be confused with the Ice Cream King. That's
right.
A different character.
Uh-huh.
Spoiler free.
Well, little Gregory is institutionalized after seeing an ice cream man killed right in front of him. So, when he grows up and gets out, he becomes an ice cream man himself. And despite being out, he's not at all sane.
No.
This movie is weird and over the top.
Yes.
Yeah. There is a body count and some horror for sure, but it's kind of oddly paced and kind of dated. You were more impressed and entertained, I think, than I was.
It's a hoot.
Okay.
But it's very dated
and
weird.
There were some moments that are hoots.
I'm not going to say so bad it's good. Not that kind of thing. I mean, I think it was a lot of this was intentionally bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of mocking itself.
A lot of it fell flat for me.
Okay.
Yeah. Although there is one scene where he has decapitated a couple victims and he's using their heads as hand puppets.
That was a good scene.
That was awesome.
He drops one. Oh, two heads are better than one. We start in black and white times as a car pulls up and the man inside shoots the ice cream man in front of a bunch of children, including little Gregory. "Who's going to sell me ice cream, Mommy?" he asks as credits roll. Traumatized for life.
Yep, and institutionalized.
The mob hit.
Uh-huh.
In the modern day, the ice cream man comes to the neighborhood, and it's Gregory, all grown up. He growls at the children and makes them say please, and his ice cream has bugs in it. Really?
Nasty treats.
Small Paul is reading about the Pied Piper. That's probably going to be relevant later.
Could be.
Gregory watches a man spewing trash in the park and flashes back to his own treatment at the asylum, which has nothing to do with trash in the park.
No.
He then kidnaps little Roger and kills a dog. Johnny's mother gets a call about Roger's disappearance. People really name their children Roger?
Yes. Roger.
I've never met a child named Roger. They're always grumpy old men. Gregory, well, we just lost 6 subscribers.
Sorry,
Roger.
Sorry, Roger.
Gregory lives with Nurse Wharton, who is his caretaker. The police ask him about the missing child. We see that Gregory makes his own ice cream using chopped up children as ingredients.
And other chopped up nasties.
Yum.
Yeah.
Heather goes home and watches her reverend father get his mother to speak in tongues. And this whole religion subplot goes nowhere except to show us how weird these people are.
Yeah, there's a lot of weirdness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Small Paul goes to the ice cream truck alone, and Gregory is also weird.
Yeah, yeah.
As Gregory grabs Paul and loads him into the truck, Tuna, kid's name is Tuna,
Yes.
sees it all. Hiding, Tuna comes across Roger, who escaped from Gregory. He's not dead after all. Well, Tuna starts seeing Gregory everywhere and knows he's being followed. Tuna finally convinces his mother that he's seen something, and the police soon show up to search Gregory's place with an axe. They tear the place up extremely. You think they got a search warrant? They come in and they just chop the hell out of this place.
That happens so much in the movies. That's a trope. Like
Somebody's got to pay for all
like
that.
you think, the police are going to come in with a search warrant and they're just going to destroy the place. I don't think.
Well, maybe they do for some things, but there's no evidence here.
Yeah, there's not normally, no. But everything is overplayed in this movie.
Yeah.
So.
Well, they don't find anything at all, and Detective Gifford still thinks Gregory is involved, even without evidence. All right, so, yeah. Children, ice cream, crazy bald man with bad teeth.
Jan Michael Vincent is one of the detectives.
Yeah, oh, yeah, his role is big.
Well, it says in the trivia that he showed up. Apparently, he had a drinking problem at this time. I don't know if he dealt with it but during the filming of this, he often showed up heavily inebriated. And if you watch close, you can tell he looks kind of pickled in some of the
staggers around a
scenes.
bit, yes.
Yeah, and looks kind of glazed, and yeah.
There's one scene where his partner runs from these people, and he jumps over things and breaks through doors, and then you see Jan Michael, he just sort of
kind of wandering around.
Can't catch me.
Yeah.
It's a weird one, though, full of odd choices and goofiness. And I think most of it's intentional. Mm-hmm. It's got really cheesy dialogue and funky acting, but it's also got a lot of recognizable faces doing small cameos, and everything is very purposely over the top. Mm-hmm. But it's oddly paced. It feels a little out of date now and slow. This is definitely 80s humor in a 95 movie, so it may have been a little out of date at the time.
Yeah, I wondered about that.
It's clearly making fun of horror movies, but it's not a straight-up comedy. It's like all the humor is derived from just how ridiculous it all is, rather than specific jokes. Although he does get a few good one-liners in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a little unusual, and it does have some problems, but I thought it was very entertaining.
I'd go as far as to say it's interesting. Yeah.
You were you were a little bored?
I was a little bored, yeah, not very entertained. But there were moments, like, with the hand puppets, like I said,
You probably could have cut out 15
some of the
minutes
jokes
or
here and
so
there.
toward the end there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it, but yeah, it's not my favorite.
Not the greatest Ice Cream Man movie ever?
No, I'm hoping the remake is better. Eli Roth is involved in that one. And
I'm sure it'll be messier.
And I believe he's the Ice Cream Man.
Oh, acting in it?
I believe he's acting in it.
Okay.
I involved in the writing, I think, and I believe he's the Ice Cream Man.
All right, well, next week we'll have 5 more movies, believe it or not.
Yeah, we will.
We're going to have the sci-fi movie Mercy, which, as it turns out, has very little to do with horror.
It is not a horror movie, but they asked us if we would review it, and we said, yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're afraid of AI and technology and surveillance state, it could be kind of scary, I suppose.
I suppose.
There's no monsters.
It's a futuristic sci-fi.
And then we'll watch several Nature Gone Wild movies.
Man versus nature.
Bugs and
frogs and spiders
and snakes.
And all kinds of
all the bad things.
All the creepy crawlies. Yeah.
Well, that's it for this week, though. Until next week, stop in over at horrorweekly.com, sign up for the email, and I'll be Brian.
And I'm Kevin.
And we'll see you next week.
See ya.